Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your new moon solar eclipse on my bad. Welcome to your new moon solar eclipse in Leo reading. We're going to tap in and see what this solar eclipse is bringing in for you. Please take what resonates, release what doesn't. After we do have this new moon in the sign of Leo, we will be having a lunar eclipse in your sign, in the sign of Pisces, happening in 2 weeks. So it is very energetically charged times right now. We'll take a peek at what energy wanted to pop up for you. You are good enough, full moon in Virgo. I kind of feel this is an energy that you're going to see more prominent when it gets to the full moon in your first house. There can be something I feel significantly shifting and changing in your physical realm. And I would say, yes, the end of a tough cycle is here, another full moon. So I kind of feel like there's going to be some things, radical shifts, changes, things happening right now that I don't feel you're going to see the full effect in regards to until we get to that lunar eclipse, the full moon lunar eclipse in your first house. But during that phase, I feel like there's going to be some radical shifts and changes. You can start seeing things I kind of feel falling away. So take what resonates, release what doesn't. You'll know how that fits. If you kind of see there's some rumbling going on or some things starting to kind of get aggravated. I don't know why I want to use the word aggravated or um, agitated. It would be a more accurate word. More agitated right now with this new moon in Leo. I feel like that's part of the catalyst to bring forth the change. So there is this energy of an old challenging cycle that's ending and a new cycle. It feels to me a more improved, an evolution, an ascension of some sort of I feel raising your standards, right, and claiming more, that sort of energy. Let's take a look at what's showing up. So, yes, it's all great so far to see the end of this tough cycle approach, the completing out of that. And I also feel there's a strong recognition of knowing your worth and, like I said, raising your standards. So let's grab a couple more cards, see what other energies want to come out. This is for the sign of Pisces for this new solar eclipse moon in the sign of Leo. There's fire energy right there. So this is a Page of Wands. Page of Wands typically talks about something happening really quick. It is one of the fastest moving knights in the deck. So it could be an opportunity to take action quickly. It can also be an action that is taken quickly or something that comes in very unexpectedly and quickly. Wow, look at this. Another wand energy on the bottom of the deck. And this would be the Seven of Wands. So this talks about, it makes sense with You Are Good Enough. This talks about someone rising above the conflict, the chaos, the drama, which I did kind of feel something being agitated, right? So this could be something that just shows up unexpectedly, or it feels to me unexpectedly, just shows up, starts happening, some sort of agitation I'm feeling. Um, and it could be because of as a result of a action that was taken quickly or something that comes in quite quickly. But I'm feeling with that Seven of Wands, this is you standing your ground. This is you rising above this. This is you standing up, defending and protecting yourself, what's right, fair, and just is how I'm feeling about all of this energy so far. So let's grab some more energy and see what's showing up. Next card that comes out is the Page of Cups. Right away, I feel with this Page of Cups, I feel two different things. I feel in one sense this is something, it almost feels to me like whatever that agitating experience situation is, whatever it is, you have to stand your ground, rise above, that sort of energy. I feel like it's the catalyst for a fresh start, a new beginning, something more in alignment with your higher vibrational self. That's how I'm feeling with all of that. But I'm also feeling this is an apology. So I do feel like I said there's like two different things that's coming through with that for me. And I feel like if someone took a quick action to stir up the pot, to cause some chaos, to, you know, agitate some or initiate some drama going on, I feel like somebody does want to apologize for it. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands. Now, we've seen the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Here is the Eight of Wands, and then that Knight of Wands. I am strongly feeling with this, especially when it comes in alignment with an apology, I kind of feel like something sees you initiated, something sees you take off, something sees something move forward quite quickly for you. Um, and kind of wants to have this change of heart. I kind of feel like once upon a time there was, like I said, a challenging experience, a lot of drama. There was something around it that just didn't feel very high vibrational. And now I feel like as a result of whatever was the catalyst for you to move forward, for you to be propelled forward quite quickly, I feel there is an energy that wants to apologize. Nonetheless, I'm feeling more drawn towards the energy of you in this new beginning, a new beginning where there's peace, there's harmony. It's a nurturing sort of energy, a healthy kind of emotional experience or connection associated with this. So I kind of feel, yes, that apology is great. I don't know if it's going to, you know, carry that energy forward. I feel like it's a good thing to have the apology and to have the air cleared, but nonetheless, I don't necessarily feel the energy being carried forward. The next card that comes out is the Two of Cups. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck, and it's another two. So we're seeing the number 22, which is mastering something. This is also about making choices and decisions. And remember how I was saying I feel this energy of you propelling forward, moving in a new direction, making a choice and a decision. And I said I didn't feel, even with an apology, like this was going to be something that you wanted to keep the energy connected or tethered to and move forward with. This is someone being liberated. These are the doors opening, and I feel like these doors are opportunities for you to head in a new direction. And I feel as you are doing so, things really align for you, come together. This is like something that's balanced. It's a harmonious energy. It's a reciprocation of energy. It does strongly feel to me like this is in regards to connections. Yes, it can be partnership, but I don't feel like it's limited to that. I feel like this is like could be your social circle, groups, that sort of energy where I feel you're recognizing, something's got to give, something's got to go, something feels like it was a challenging part of your journey and it's time to see it for what it truly is so that you can release, surrender, and let that go. Yes, look, Seven of Swords. All right. Nine. This gives me that 100% feeling of a challenging cycle that someone has been through. And I feel like they have been through a challenging cycle as a result of some deceptive behaviors, some situations surrounding them, maybe some lies and manipulation that was being spread or that was taking place behind the scenes. I do feel like there is like this being exposed. I feel this being seen. You could see the two swords right there, right? And there's this light shining on them. So that is telling me that there will be some information that's going to get illuminated. What was trying to be taken or hidden or done in the dark is going to be seen and exposed. Again, definitely feeling the intensity of this new moon, right? uh, Solar eclipse in Leo when I'm seeing this energy. A lot of fire already out here, right? Um, let's grab some clarifying cards for the Knight of Wands, and the first two cards came out. Look at this. Ooh, bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands again, right? So I feel with this energy, something has been costing you. You can see the Hanged Man is here, and it's like all his, fortune, wealth, valuables. Things have been, he's just been losing. This person is, hanging in limbo, not moving forward. It's almost like, and I feel with the devil showing up right here to clarify this, is that someone's been bound to a situation or caught up and tethered to a situation that is really costing them. I don't know if they necessarily saw what the situation was or recognized it or seen it, but I do feel like it will be exposed during this new moon when this eclipse just says, nope, this is enough, and eclipse that out, takes away whatever this toxic um, situation was. First card that comes up to clear this apology is the Seven of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Leo energy, the Strength card. Seven of Pentacles talks about what we invest our time, energy, and effort into. And like I said, when I see this Page of Cups, I felt it in two ways. I felt one, somebody embarking on a new journey, a fresh start, taking a leap of faith in a different direction, finding a lot of peace of mind, body, spirit, really, healthier, happier, more high vibrational, emotional experiences in their life, their situation, their connections, that sort of energy. I also feel like this is that tied to that apology as well. When someone sees you investing time, energy, and effort into growing, building, evolving, moving forward, and we've seen that with the Eight of wands earlier, right? Where this is propelling you forward. And again, that's why I'm feeling like I kind of feel something in the past. Somebody took action in the past, probably quite quickly, definitely feeling recklessly. um, that it kind of through something, a block, something hindering you in some way, shape, or form from progressing, evolving, moving forward, that sort of energy. And it really had you stuck. Like, I feel bound and losing stuff, but I feel you're not focused on the things that went wrong, the loss that you've taken, the limbo you've been hanging in. I kind of feel now you're focusing your direction, your energy into a different direction, right? Into what you want to create. And as a result of that, being propelled forward. And then there's that energy. I do feel this is an external energy that wants to stay tethered to you. But I feel when the energy was tethered to you, it brought a lot of loss. It brought a lot of challenging experiences, right? It's almost like you had to, I kind of feel, lower your standards, right, in order to be in connection or associated with a certain sort of energy. And I don't feel like you're doing that anymore. I feel like this is you investing in your future and what's happening for the future, what's for your greater good. And as a result of that, you're liberating yourself from that toxic bond by not investing your time, energy, and effort in that direction. Next card that popped up, I don't know if you heard it, but there it is. There's the Ace of Wands. This is taking that action, moving in a new direction. Here's the Five of Swords. That Five of Swords, that Seven of Swords, that devil showing up out there, I really feel like there was an energy that was around you, that, maybe smiled in your face, looked real good, acted real nice, this, that, and the third thing, but Five and Seven of Swords with that devil right there is telling me no. It's telling me, this energy was wearing a mask, or, was a master manipulator, or really did well at communicating and hiding the reality, the truth. That sort of energy is how I'm feeling with this. I do feel like it's discovered, though. I do feel like it's disclosed. I do feel like you get to see the truth for what it really is and take action accordingly. Next card that comes up is the Five of Wands. And this is that conflict, that karma. I mean, not karma, I'm sorry. It's that conflict, that drama, the chaos. Somebody was trying to bring that to somebody and to slow them down from moving forward, from expanding. Like, I do feel behind the scenes, somebody was doing some underhanded stuff to create some blocks, challenges, and experiences so that somebody couldn't move forward, so somebody couldn't evolve, so somebody couldn't, um, you know, reach some sort of achievement. But I feel Like now that that gets seen, exposed, they can, take one of them swords really, and, cut themselves free from that situation, surrender that situation, allow themselves to detach, is how I'm feeling. Next card that comes up is the Three of Pentacles. For some of you, this could have really been within your work. Or, like, I feel for it's going to go two different ways. It's either going to be somebody who is trying to cause chaos, conflict in regards to a partnership, right? Or it could even be friendships, something like that, or in regards to working together for something in your physical realm. Like if you were trying to partner up with someone for a business adventure or something like that, I kind of feel like there was something happening behind the scenes. Again, whether this was being a business partnership, a personal partnership, a friendship group, but it does feel to me there was a toxic energy doing the most. Knight of Wands doing the most, coming in, causing a bunch of chaos, conflict, bringing a bunch of drama, starting stuff, stirring a pot that never needed to be started, doing some underhanded stuff, thinking that they'd never get caught. But I do feel they get caught. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's clarify this Seven of Swords. What is it about this Seven of Swords? All right, we had two cards that fell. Let's see what they are. The first one, and it came out in reverse, is the Ten of Wands in reverse. So this is great. This is laying the burdens down. This is, completing out a cycle. And then there's the Seven of Wands in reverse. I look, Judgment on the bottom. I really feel there's just no way I see any other way about this energy other than to say that there was a toxic energy trying to keep somebody stuck, trapped, bound, losing instead of gaining, really draining them, whether it be mentally, emotionally, financially, that sort of thing. It was just a toxic energy that didn't want someone to move on, move forward, excel, that sort of energy, and did the most to see that through. I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like there is this disclosure. This is totally going to be closed out, this cycle. This judgment is here for that energy. Look at this. That judgment is here for the energy that was bringing the lies, the deception, the manipulation, that was trying to sabotage and betray somebody through underhanded tactics and things like that. None of these swords are touching this person. So this wasn't intentional. I feel somebody trying to sabotage somebody and really doing a great job of being covert about it, but not. It didn't matter. Like the higher realms are involved here, and judgment comes through, and so this gets seen. And look what we see here: the Two of Wands to the Six and to the Star. Let me see. I'll have to do it like this because the Star don't have no clothes on. Sorry. So I definitely feel like this gets exposed, this gets seen, the transparency is here, you know better, you do better. Your path forward is illuminated. It's time to make a choice and decision. I feel like you're being spiritually guided to move forward towards healing and achieving and receiving a wish fulfillment. And you can see that the card that came out after that was the Four of Wands. So this does talk about a celebration of something solid, stable, that somebody independently has co-created with the universe. This was meant to happen. I do feel. I feel like somebody would have already been to that success and that victory and that celebration had it not been for this deceptive energy that they couldn't see as deceptive energy until when you see it, you can't unsee it, is kind of the feeling it gives me. And like I said, this is either a deceptive energy that's been stirring the hot pot behind the scenes, trying to cause problems, chaos, conflict in a connection, or in partnering up with someone for business. So that's the two ways that I'm seeing this. In any way that I'm looking at this, I'm seeing like their mission failed, right? I feel their mission failed. So let's see what the universe, what messages want to come out from the universe has your back. What energies from, oops, here we go. There, ooh, these cards are popping. I am the loving energy of the universe. Yes, you are. You are good enough. And it's time to raise your standards. It's time for you to receive some sort of wish fulfillment. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. And yes, I do feel like there will be a lot of growth, expansion, and wisdom and knowledge gained through whatever this experience is. I, I kind of feel I definitely feel like there's an intensity to whatever this was, because this could have been like somebody you've been friends with for 15 years and 20 years, maybe all your life, and never realized that, they were jealous, envious, or they carried this spirit of jealousy, envy, something like that, and were, somebody you trusted, confided in, spoke that sort of thing, and they took that information and under, covertly, under the in the dark, behind the scenes, keeping everything hidden, um tried to get away with sabotaging you. And I don't feel like it was the first time, but I feel like it's the last time, because I feel like this is the point in your journey and in your life where it needs to be seen so it can be dealt with, so you can, release yourself from whatever this toxic connection, whatever it is that you've been bound to, that is not on the up and up, that is not of a higher vibrational frequency. I do feel raise your standards. I keep feeling raise your standards, right? You expect more, like that sort of thing from people to do right. Like, I just feel like you're not tolerating crap, right? It's not like that anymore. I feel like there's a major transformation and change. Next card that comes up: in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Yeah, I do feel like somebody is surrendering. I feel like they're releasing. They're seeing something for what it truly is. They're not, feeding into an illusion of what they wish it was or what they hope it could be or something like that. They're dealing with exactly what is real in the present in time and in the current moment, and acting accordingly, right? They're surrendering things that are just not in alignment, not in alignment with who they are, with their morals, with their values, even with their worthiness, right? Like, no one's going to tolerate this. Like, I feel disrespect. I just don't like the envy, jealousy energy, is how I'm feeling that, because oh, the lengths, the lengths some people will go to when they carry that spirit on them, right? The things they'll do, the lengths they'll go to, the, damage they can cause, that's, not good. Next energy that shows up, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. And yes, like I said, I feel somebody is really tapping into the here and now. They're dealing with the reality, not the illusion, the confusion, the wishful thinking. They're dealing with the reality of what is versus what they wish it could be. Oneness is my true nature, so I do feel like you want to be at one with the universe. I also feel this sense of peace. I've seen that in another card somewhere, I don't remember where, but I do feel like somebody is tapped into, connecting not only with their higher self, with the Most High, but I also feel with the high vibrational energies of peace, of love, of nurturing, of goodness, right? I find a deeper meaning amid personal growth, and I find a deeper meaning in personal growth amid the discomfort. And we've seen that over here, the end of a tough cycle. So yeah, I'm not doubting that this is going to be a challenging thing to face, to see the reality of, to look at. I do feel there is healing that's required with this, but I do feel somebody overcoming this and allowing them to, this enlightenment allows them to sever that toxic bond, contract, whatever. The presence of love will always cast out fear. And this is the fear of the unknown, I feel. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. And yes, absolutely. You want to, definitely be doing all that, right? Praying for yourself, for your strength. We did see the strength show up for you to have the strength, courage, and confidence, for you to recognize your worth, and for you to pray, absolutely pray for these people who feel like this is the way, because this is never the way. Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords, that is never the way towards anything good. It's always the law of attraction. What you put out there will come back. So again, when we can pray for these people to know better, to do better, I'm sure they'll learn some tough lessons and have some experiences that hopefully, right, will help them find the way towards the light and recognize that the dark holds nothing of importance, nothing of substance, nothing of value in that, and act accordingly. Let's just say it like that. So I hope this message serves you well, Pisces. I send you an abundance of peace, love, and light. If this message did resonate with you, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd like it if you would leave a comment. Let me know that this resonates with you. Like the video. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee, my link is in the description box below. Have a great day. Sending you love and light.